AAMI Park hosted the final Isuzu UTE A-League game before Christmas as the 2025 champions Melbourne City hosted the 2024 Australia Cup winners Macarthur Bulls in a rescheduled round 8 fixture. Aurelio Vidmar's side were looking to bounce back after defeat in the Melbourne derby 3 days earlier, made one change to their side with Liam Bonnetty coming into the defence, whilst Mile Stajovski made 5 changes to his Macarthur squad as they try to manage their busy schedule.
From the captain, as is Bajic. It's over the wall. Oh, it's brilliant! The Socceroos quality. A Christmas goal for the fans, as is Bajic, who takes the bow at AAMI Park. Bratton releasing Vickery. Now he is quick, Luke Vickery. He's got 2 options in the middle. Vickery, the cutback. And now the follow-up. Politidis, and it's in from Rafa Duran. The Mexican has his first goal in Australian football. And out of nothing, with their first real opportunity of the evening, Macarthur have equalised. And it's their under-fire Mexican who's got the goal. Another clever little touch, and he gets it back from Duran this time. He's got Sawyer in the middle. Here is Harrison. Sawyer turns. Great save, Patrick Beach. Not sure how much he knew about it, but didn't Sawyer do well to get that on target?
He did wonderfully well. First of all, credit Talbot down the right-hand side. Again, some wonderful play.
He and Rose again find themselves in close quarters with Bajic. Schreiber over the top for Bajic. It's well done across the face of goal. De Silva, fantastic piece of defending because Nabbout was ready to pounce.
He had to be really alert there, Damien De Silva. He used all his experience, some wonderful combination play.
In it comes, good pace on it. This time it's Sawyer who heads away. Atkinson drives it back in. Curto, good save. The follow-up. Andreas Kuhn and Nabbout were both there. Well, that was close. Good piece of keeping from Philip Curto.
Well, I think the second save was off his noggin. Curto does well to get up quickly and make the second save.
Schreiber. Curto comes. Gets a hand on it. Bajic. Turns inside Helway. Bajic curling it! Oh! Well, he doesn't score many goals on their own, let alone doubles, but he wasn't far away there. Well, spoils shared in this final match before Christmas. They couldn't be split. A wonderful opening goal, a free kick from Aziz Bajic from 25 metres out that went in off the underside of the bar. 25 minutes in. Rafa Duran equalising, the Mexican with his first goal in the A-League. And despite plenty of efforts from both sides in the second half and plenty of fire between the two sides, Harrison Sawyer put himself about. City probably had the better chances in the final 10 or 15 minutes, but Macarthur, they defended stoutly. They bent, but they did not break. And at the end at AAMI Park, it's Melbourne City 1, Macarthur FC 1.
Well, 3 days on after their draw against Melbourne City, Macarthur Bulls were back on the road, this time at McDonald Jones Stadium, to face the Newcastle Jets on Boxing Day. Mark Milligan was forced into a last-minute change, with Daniel Wilmering picking up a calf injury during the warm-up. He was replaced by debutant Richard Nkomo. Meanwhile, Mile Stajovski made 3 changes to his Macarthur side that drew against City, with Tomislav Uskok, Liam Rose and Bernardo Oliveira all brought into the starting 11.
Vickery, can he get onto that left? Luke Vickery, deflection to Grozos, gets a second bite of it. Now Rose, lovely ball, Bernardo, and it's over the line for the Bulls. And it's that man, Bernardo, back into the starting side. With the breeze behind him, Adams drives it! Well, can you believe that? That is spellbinding. That is staggering. And that is one of the goals of the season. So 3 minutes of additional time in this first half. Is there one final storyline? Vickery's delivery. Delianov, there is MacArthur back in front. Bosniak with just his second goal in the A-League. And just left behind by Cal Talbot. Clayton Taylor turns defence into attack. Taylor, can he punish? Oh yes he can. That's Clayton Taylor for you. He just glided through the Bulls backline, and it's 2-2.
Callum Talbot, who's away, looking to break with numbers one end, just has a poor touch and leaves the ball behind, and the whole complexion of the game changes.
Bernardo v. Shaughnessy, it's 3-2. This is remarkable. Bosniak's got a double, and MacArthur returned to the lead for the third time tonight. Bosniak, neat link up with Caceres. Knows that Sawyer doesn't have the pace, but Vickery does, and Vickery, well, Delianov could only parry it into the path of Harry Sawyer, and that's a celebration that will go down in A-League history. Have you seen anything like that before? Mizunuma, the delivery's a good one! 3-2, Bertoncello off the bench and onto the score sheet again, and it's all alive here in Newcastle. This is a Boxing Day classic. Slip through, Gibson, Taylor, Gibson, 4-4. You can scarcely believe what you are seeing. From 2 goals down, the Jets are back level at 4-4. And still the Jets. Day here for a free kick. Cooper, was he given a tuck there by Sawyer? Play on here for the Bulls. Vickery to win it. He's done it. In the last minute, Luke Vickery has won an A-League Classic. One of the most incredible matches of A-League football you are likely to witness. The Jets came from behind on multiple occasions. But it's MacArthur who take all 3 points from Newcastle. Tensions continue to simmer as Sam Kelly heads down the sheds. Jets fans absolutely furious. A bit of push and shove between the players as well on a night of high drama in the Hunter, where Eli Adams scored one of the great goals in this competition. But in the end, it's a night that the Bulls will remember fondly, because it was they who came and conquered in their third match in a week. Full time, Newcastle Jets 4, MacArthur 5.
The Western Sydney Wanderers travel to Cooper Stadium to take on Adelaide United. Alan Stagic's men were winless in 3 and hoping for a change in fortunes, whilst Ayrton Andreoli's Adelaide were looking to keep the momentum going after beating Perth Glory last round. Yaya Dakuli and Vinkos Danisic were brought into the 11 for the home side, whilst an injury to Costa Barbarouses saw Alu Kuol start up front for the visitors.
Alagic back outside for Goodwin. Dakuli joining Jovanovic in the middle. Goodwin going all the way on his own off the post. Well, the Wanderers have hit the woodwork plenty of times this season. Adelaide's turn there with Craig Goodwin. Aidan Simmons cross in. Kuol's header. Well, he is good in the air. Alu Kuol. And now from one end to the other to the transition. Dakuli and the option. in the back of the net from Jovanovic, off the underside of the bar. It's the Reds that draw first blood, and just as it was in round 4, it's Luka Jovanovic, courtesy of another assist from Yaya Dakuli. Borello. Here's cross, Kraev. Oh, it's a good header. It's a great save. Josh Smits away to his left. And it needed to be made as well. Božidar Kraev so close to an equaliser. On the charge, it's a great run. He's got options to his left and right. He goes right to Qual. The shot saved again. Brilliant stop from Smits. That's 2 in 2 minutes. Simmons back with Hammond, blocked and in. Well, there may have been a hand in there anyway by Stanisic, but finally the Western Sydney Wanderers have broken their goal drought. And Aidan Hammond is the player who's been lively all match with his first of the season to draw the Wanderers level. It's down in front of the Red Army. Noise will be something if they can score here. It's Ayubi, they have! Well, he managed to get away in the end from Brandon Borello, just long enough to prod that ball goalward at the near post. Lawrence Thomas didn't move, and Adelaide have retaken the lead midway through the second half, down in front of that Red Army crowd. And now perhaps the Wanderers looking to come again. Panazopoulos, Thurgate, charge. Oh, what's the referee make of that? Stanisic says penalty. He generally goes down to the goalkeeper's left. He does again, and he scores. Borello with his first of the season. And Adelaide, we're all square again. Ayubi for Johnny Yull. Johnny Yull still going, he's done it! In the 3rd minute of stoppage time. And they empty the bench. The coach is there as well. It's a stoppage time goal that sends Coopers into raptures. They've left it late, Adelaide. But it is back-to-back wins at home over Western Sydney this season. It is back-to-back wins in the league after losing 3 in a row. And Western Sydney may well have broken their scoring drought, but they are yet to get back to winning ways. It is now 4 matches since they defeated Sydney FC in the derby. 1 point from a possible 12. Ayrton Andrioli has his side back in the winner's circle at home here at Coopers Stadium, in front of a packed crowd. Well, they will have enjoyed their Christmas fair for 2025. It's another chapter, another brilliant chapter in this rivalry. In the end, Jovanovic, Ayubi and Yull, all local boys, with the goals against Hammond and Borello for the Wanderers. As it finishes here, Adelaide United 3, Western Sydney Wanderers 2.
Perth Glory travelled to Amy Park to take on Melbourne City, with both sides desperate to pick up their first victory since round 7. This fixture has been extremely one-sided in recent years, with City winning 7 of their last 8 clashes and having scored 18 unanswered goals against their opponents from the West. Aurelio Vidmar made 2 changes to his side, with Andrew Nabu and Kavian Romani coming into the attack, whilst Adam Griffiths brought Reece Bozanovski into midfield.
That's a good touch from Osler. Little ball over the top for Suleimani, who's up against his former club, and he's done well to turn inside Bonatic. Osler, the cutback surely! And Tom Lawrence with his 2nd goal of the season. The perfect start for Perth Glory, who have stunned the champions at Amy Park. Back in the starting lineup, Andrew Naboot. The cross is a good one as well. Rahmani, oh, what a save! The outstretched boot of Matt Sutton, denying Andreas Kuhn.
He started well.
Now Rahmani, lovely feet. Still Rahmani wants the free kick. Nothing given from Casey Rybelt. Thomas, first time ball. Lawrence, rather. That's going to happen. Suleimani, and now the follow-up, and it's two! Tom Lawrence. Well, he saved it for the big stage, the Welshman. Perth Glory have come out all guns blazing. That pass, he couldn't find Tom Lawrence. Pennington takes over. Sutton driving it across. Sutton again might have another chance. Oh, off the crossbar. So close to 3-0 inside the opening 27 minutes. They know if they can hold City out for as long as possible, they will have chances. It may not be for long. Scott Wootton somehow turns around and clears. Atkinson, ball back post. Baker's chest out. Now no on the charge. Lawrence ahead of him. Oh, it's a really good ball from Kwano. He's got Taggart in the middle. Lawrence now finds Taggart. The shot, great save, but it's going to be a hat-trick. A first in A-League football for Tom Lawrence. And that surely is the knockout blow. A real sucker punch with 10 minutes left to play. Oh, Sutton, he's been caught out. What a mistake. In the 93rd minute against his former club. There will be no clean sheet. Andrew Naboot with his first goal of the season. And is that door slightly ajar? And it's all over. It's a famous victory for Perth Glory. Tom Lawrence, their Welsh star, stepping up to the plate, belying their scoring problems of late with a hat-trick, 2 in the first half and then 1 to kill off the contest with 10 minutes left. They have snapped their losing run. Adam Griffiths with his first win as official head coach of Perth Glory. The shake of the hand, full of respect for Aurelio Vidmar. And if it's not back to the drawing board, there is still plenty of work to be done for Aurelio Vidmar, who don't look like defending A-League champions at the moment. That's just 3 wins in 10 matches so far this campaign. Lawrence with the hat-trick. Unfortunate for Matt Sutton to concede with that mistake at the end. Andrew Naboot's goal that got City on the scoreboard, but it changes little in terms of how this match played out. All over at Amy Park. Melbourne City 1, Perth Glory 3.
Amy Park was again the venue this time, seeing the Wellington Phoenix take on a resurgent Melbourne victory. Arthur Dilly stuck with the same 11 that won the Melbourne derby last week, whilst Giancarlo Italiano gave Eamon McCarron his starting debut between the sticks after Josh Oluwayemi's injury last round.
Juan Mata called for the pass, but Wellington closed him down. Surrounded in a 3-on-1 and an awkward bounce. Eze has support. And a good save by Duncan. He foils Corbin Piper. Phoenix get a shot on target, but it could have been so much more.
Could have, arguably should have as well, Teo. Really good chance.
Here's Esposito. Very compressed game. Who can find space? Nikos Vergos, point blank with the header, put on a platter for him by Nishan Malupale. Melbourne victory score early. And Nikos Vergos, much maligned over the course of the season, puts his best foot forward. Possession given away, and the equaliser for Wellington! Ravi Nazarene catching the victory cold. And the travelling Wellington fans, they have something to celebrate. There's a bit of afters here too. Roderick Miranda clearly did not like Nazarene celebrating in front of the Victory fans.
Don't hold him yet, don't hold him.
Rawlins. And it's 2 for Victory. What a header. All power. Nikos Vergos has thundered it in. Rawlins with the cross from deep and a bullet from Victory's number 9. Valuple, good shape. Rawlins, Vergos, hat-trick! Nikos Vergos is ending 2025 on a hat-trick high. Here's Juan Mata, one more pass, Santos! Santos makes it 4, and it's a Juan Mata assist. All-in celebration for the Victory. And now Jing Reese trying to bring the ball out of the defensive half, and he sets the runners away. Jelassic, the keeper's out, the net's open, Jelassic! And that is a high five for Melbourne Victory. In the last minute of the 90, it's 1 for the road from King and Jelassic. Victory 5, Wellington 1. It's a 5-star performance from the Victory to end 2025. Nikos Vergos scores a hat-trick, a first of the season for Claris Mario Santos. And Keegan Jelassic came off the bench to round out the scoring. Nazarene may have grabbed 1 for the Wellington Phoenix, but a Juan Mata assist was part of the fun as Melbourne Victory jump into the top 6, and their season revival continues in style. Melbourne Victory 5, Wellington Phoenix 1.
So, looking at the ladder, and the Central Coast Mariners are still to face Brisbane Roar on New Year's Eve, and despite the postponement of the clash between Sydney FC and Auckland FC, they both remain on top of the table, although the gap continues to close. Melbourne Victory's win sees them join Brisbane Roar, Adelaide United and Macarthur Bulls in the top 6, whilst the Western Sydney Wanderers and Central Coast Mariners are sitting at the bottom of the ladder. We hope you all will have a very happy new year, and we look forward to joining you next week for some more Isuzu UTE A-League action in 2026.